Welcome to Bloomington Today. I'm Kaylin Cockerill. Thanks for joining us. This week, we'll begin with an exciting In the Loop segment. It's here we bring you news and events happening within the city's South Loop District. And on April 24th, city officials announced an agreement with the state was decided upon, and the $49 million Lindell Lane corridor project will begin soon. Lindell Lane runs along the north side of the Mall of America between Trunk Highway 77 and 24th Avenue. Right now, once motorists hit 24th Avenue, they only have the option to go right or left. This multi-phase project will extend Lindell Lane through the South Loop District, several blocks, all the way to Bloomington Central Station, creating a key corridor for motorists as well as pedestrians and bicyclists. It will also set the scene for future Mall of America expansion out into the lot adjacent to the mall's north entrance and just east of IKEA. Right now, crews are beginning Phase 1, which is the demolition of the Alpha office buildings along 24th Avenue. Studies by the City of Bloomington predict 65% of the city's growth will occur in the South Loop District over the next 30 years, adding thousands of jobs and residents. The state will reimburse $15.4 million of the project costs, leaving a balance of $33.5 million coming from local sources, including tax increments generated by the Mall of America. On an upcoming episode of Bloomington Today, we'll take a look at how the city's fire department is using the empty Alpha buildings to train prior to their demolition. And whether it's focusing on training or working on a timely response, public safety personnel are dedicated to their jobs. The week of April 8th through the 14th marked National Public Safety Telecommunications Week. This was a time to illustrate the hard work and dedication dispatchers demonstrate every single day. And what better time than now to highlight some of Bloomington's police dispatch employees. When you dial 911, oftentimes you're in an emergency situation and you need the person answering that call to be calm and to the point. That about sums up Bloomington's police dispatch team.
Bloomington 911. 911 emergency, can I help you?
The Bloomington Police Dispatch Unit is made up of a team of 14 people. They answer an estimated 5,000 emergency calls each month and dispatched for more than 70,000 incidents last year alone. Sergeant Jeff Schwiezow says it's a job not just anyone could do.
To be a Bloomington police dispatcher, you have to have the following qualities. One is that you can multitask. You have to be a people person, be able to converse very quickly, make quick decisions, and also yet be forceful in getting information from the public as they call in, maybe in a very traumatic situation for them, but they're trained very well to elicit this information.
Bloomington's dispatch center has between 2 and 5 911 operators working around the clock 365 days a year. Dispatchers provide a vital link to the public safety services in which residents rely on every day.
Our dispatchers are the first link to the public when somebody needs help in an emergency. They're the first one to answer your call. It all starts with a 911 call to our facility. They collect information very quickly and relay that information on to our police officers, our firefighters, medical response personnel. It doesn't matter. They're always going to be the first ones to start the police or fire or emergency services coming to your location.
70% of 911 calls originate from cell phones, and computer locating software can generally get responders within 150 feet of the caller, depending on the carrier. This makes giving the exact location of your emergency that much more crucial. However, if you call from a landline, the location is immediately seen by dispatchers. Here's an example of that.
Right away it rang up here with my number that's displayed on the screen here. That's a pre-delivery. And then as I answer it here and bring it up, it immediately populates what we call the alley screen, our automatic location information. At that time it's showing us the phone number that's originated from, the caller, which happens to be in our case the City of Bloomington, the address where we're located at in a format that we can use, And in an E911 environment, which our phone system is, it's showing the information. It's on the police end of the building on the second floor.
Dispatchers answer calls for a variety of situations, including emergencies, non-emergencies, and sometimes just plain odd circumstances.
There was a male, probably 30s, early 30s, called 911 to ask if his girlfriend had told him to put some stuff in the crock pot and turn it on, and he had to be gone all day, and he didn't want to burn the house down, and he didn't really believe her that it was okay to do that. And I just assured him that, yes, I do it all the time. That's what a crock pot's for. And I was sure it would be just fine, and kind of reassured him. So that was kind of random on a 911 line.
I got a call, I was working dog watch, so it was a number of years ago, and I got a call from a party goer at the end of the party. He was still inebriated and called 911 because he couldn't get out of the backyard. It was a fenced backyard, and he felt like he had to dial 911 to have the police come rescue him from his backyard.
And residents can rest easy, knowing their calls will always be answered.
Being a dispatcher for any agency across the United States out here is really a thankless job. Most of the time that the people are in a trauma situation don't have the time to thank them, even though they receive very professional services and timely services from them, just don't have that. So the National Telecommunicators Week is a way for the public, for the co-workers, police, fire, to say thanks to those people for the hard work that they put forth.
And we'd like to extend a huge thank you to our police dispatchers. The city wouldn't be able to provide quality public service without you. Another way public safety staff strives to meet the goals of Bloomington's overall well-being is through the use of speed trailers. Speed-related motor vehicle complaints are one of the most frequent types of grievances Bloomington police receive. And in order to address this issue, Bloomington Police place these mobile speed trailers in high visibility, high speed infraction areas around the city.
The purpose of the speed trailers that currently the traffic investigation unit has is to remind drivers of what their speed is. We generally get complaints for neighborhoods speeding in the area, so what we'll do is we'll send out a trailer and monitor the speed for a week, and then we'll go out and do enforcement efforts later. We have 3 trailers, and they're generally deployed between about end of March through November.
The trailer is equipped with a laser, much like the handheld unit an officer would use in the street. A numeric display shows the speed of an approaching vehicle and can be programmed to flash when a vehicle reaches a certain speed, indicating a motorist is traveling at a speed great enough to warrant a citation.
Speeding has a greater cause of concern because obviously when you're traveling faster, it takes longer for you to react to a problem ahead of you, and if it's around a school, it's even more of a problem with the kids in general. Residential areas, because the streets are generally narrower, speed limits are 30. We like to keep the speeds at 30, no higher. We're pretty tough on speed laws in Bloomington just for that reason.
Anderberg says the trailer serves a purpose that is twofold. It makes passing motorists aware of their speed while offering police important data useful for the future.
We have data collectors in the trailer, in 2 of the trailers, that we can look at the data and figure out what time of day, how many cars, that type of thing, speeds, average speeds. But mostly it's a deterrent.
If you feel you live or travel in an area where speeding is an issue, a speed trailer might be a solution.
We get calls from the people in the neighborhood. It could be from Crime Watch people or other people that seem to think that the cars are speeding. And what we'll do is we'll set them up strategically to find out exactly where these people are seeing the problem, and then we'll go from there.
If you have questions about the mobile speed trailers, call the police department at 952-563-4900. This year marks the 30th anniversary for one human services-sponsored nonprofit organization called Loaves Fishes. And for years, a group of city employees and their families have had a helping hand in serving thousands of meals to the less fortunate. Their goal is simple: provide nutritious meals to hungry people in the Twin Cities. That's Loaves Fishes. And since its start 30 years ago, nearly 4,000 volunteers have served more than 9 million meals at 10 metro area dining sites. And what many may not know is one of those sites is right here in Bloomington.
We serve meals here Monday through Friday from 5:30 to 6:30. We ask no questions. People are welcome to walk in, sit down, they're served a meal and beverages, and they leave. We don't ask them to sign any papers. We don't ask them to fill out any forms.
And for a group of city employees, every few weeks, their work days don't end at the city offices, but rather Creekside Community Center, where they feel the urge to give back through Loaves Fishes, both with their time and their personal earnings.
I also cannot speak highly enough of the City of Bloomington team. They're the only team, and I've worked for Loaves Fishes for 21 years, they're the only team that takes money out of their own pockets to support the program. All the other companies or churches are supported by their company. Whereas this team, they all put their 5s and 10s and 20s in a bowl every month, and that's how they purchase the food. And to me, that is very special. It's a deeper commitment, and so I'm very grateful for the city's team.
I was on site for the April 24th meal at Creekside. Cooks began preparing food long before this room had even filled with people. Anywhere from 160 to 180 people of all ages and backgrounds make their way into Creekside each night, sharing a common appreciation for what Loaves Fishes offers, which, according to Tominski, is more than just a meal.
This not only serves a need for helping them financially, it also serves a need for socialization. A lot of our seniors are alone and isolated from their families. A lot of the people that come are really isolated, and to be able to come and sit around a table and visit with other people is just extremely important for their mental health as well as their physical health, because they're not going to stay at home and feed themselves, cook a nice well-rounded meal, and that is something we have. We always have a protein, a fruit, a vegetable, a carb, a salad. It's a very well-rounded meal.
Volunteering for a cause like this one seems to be contagious in a way, and as we learned at Creekside, it can often become a family experience.
I'm Vern, and I've been doing this about 2 years now, and I invited my daughter to join me about a year ago. She has, and we love it.
Yeah, I was very excited that my dad had invited me to join him, and so we've been doing this every other month I've been involved for the last year and a half, and it's just been wonderful.
My name is Rose, and I work for the City of Bloomington. I've been volunteering with Loaves Fishes now for about 8 years. I started before my son was born, and then after he got old enough, I let him join me, and he's been doing it with me.
I've been doing it for almost 5 years now, and I think it's a lot of fun because I'm serving beverages, I get to serve trays to people, and a lot of the fun is just being there and volunteering.
To find a dining site other than Creekside, or to learn how you can become a Loaves Fishes volunteer, visit their website at www.lovesandfishesmn.org. If you live, work, or visit Bloomington, it's no secret that there's never a shortage of things to do. You can head to the Refuge, visit the Mall of America, dine in one of the mini restaurants, and now the city's Convention and Visitors Bureau is asking for your help in getting Bloomington recognized as the most fun city in America. The contest, put on by Rand McNally and USA Today, asks residents to visit www.bestoftheroad.com and click the Review and Vote tab. Select Minnesota on the left side of the next screen and click Bloomington. You can then register yourself on the site, submit a short review of Bloomington, and choose the most fun category. Voting ends on May 15th, so let's all help the Bloomington Convention and Visitors Bureau show the country why this city deserves to be recognized as the most fun in America. Vote today. It's now time for a short break. When we come back, we'll talk with 2 Parks and Recreation staff members about some upcoming summer programs through the city of Bloomington. Stay right here.
Hello there, pretty lady. You want to dance?
I think I need an ambulance.
I'll need your exact location.
322 Montgomery.
Is there an apartment number? Sir? Sir?
Welcome back to Bloomington Today. We are now pleased to be joined by Recreation Supervisors Ann Mozak and Carrie Hemp. Welcome back to the show.
Thank you.
Well, you know, the City of Bloomington is proud to offer activities for people of all ages and, you know, year-round. But now, as we're heading into summer and kids are getting out of school, we have lots of upcoming summer activities that residents can get their kids involved with. Let's talk about all of those.
Sounds great. Well, we have a lot of youth and family programs going on this summer. I'd like to focus on our Summer Spectrum program. That is our program that is a collaboration between the city, the school district, and the Bloomington Theater and Art Center. We offer class-type programs Monday through Friday. It's a week-long session from 9:30 to 12:30 in the morning. That program does have busing to and from it. And we have lots of openings in our different class offerings.
Very cool. So are there specific classes catered towards different age groups? Is that how it works?
It is. It goes from going into preschool through 9th grade.
Oh, very
so
fun.
Lots of fun programs there. We also have our junior team tennis program. Our deadline is coming up at the end of May, so if you're interested in doing our team tennis program, that is a 6-week program where the kids can come and get lessons and learn how to play tennis, along with get better at playing the game of tennis, and then they go out and compete with different communities throughout the Twin Cities area.
Very fun.
Another one we have our Summer Adventure Playground program and trip program. With that program, we are open at 6 different playground sites throughout the city. We're open Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 9 to 4 every day. It's a great program for kids to come and play with their friends and get to know neighborhood kids and have staff there to help them interact and have fun. On Wednesdays and Fridays, we go on field trips. Wednesdays are trips throughout the cities. We're going to the Minnesota Zoo, we'll go to Apple Valley Aquatic Center, Cascade Bay. We're going to a trampoline park this year and a climbing wall, indoor climbing wall. So a lot of fun places. Fridays we go out to the Bloomington Family Aquatic Center or Bush Lake Beach. So those are our trip programs. With that, we also have a couple other programs that run Monday through Friday. We have our Playground at the View program, which is for ages 6 to 10. And then on the older side, for ages 10 to 14, we have Galaxy Summer of Service, which is ran by the school district. And that's held right at Valley View Middle School. When they get to go to that program, they get to go swimming in the afternoon. So it's a fun program, and it's Monday through Friday. The one site that we did add new this year is our Smith Park Playground site. We've changed that from a 3-day-a-week site to a 5-day-a-week site. So kids can come Monday through Friday to that site from 9 to 4 every day.
Every day there's something going on.
There is.
I also understand that you provide free inclusion services for all your youth programming. Tell us a bit about that.
We do. We have participants that want to participate in our programs that may have a disability, where it could be a mental, physical disability, or it could be something to do with they have a medical condition. And so we do provide services and support to help make sure that everybody and anybody can participate in our programs, and we try to find a right fit for a program for them.
That's great. We also provide here at the City of Bloomington adapted softball, and that is not, you know, a lot of what we've talked about is youth activities, but we have adapted softball for youth and adults. Tell us a bit about that.
We do. We have our adaptive softball program. We have a competitive league, and we have just a fun recreational league. They are both held on Tuesday nights at Tarnhill Park. And we have many openings for that, and that gets started in June, and we run 8 weeks for that program, and we have a lot of participants with disabilities that love to come and play in that program. Monday nights is when the youth can play. So anybody with disabilities that wants to play on Monday nights, we have a softball program then for them.
Perfect. Wonderful. Well, switching gears a bit, residents this summer can look forward to some amazing changes at the Bloomington Family Aquatic Center. Let's talk about some of the things, Anne, that happened over the winter. Crews were busy out there.
Yes, we're very excited to show off our new facility. We have a fully renovated bathhouse, new locker rooms, new family changing rooms, 2 new water slides that will go up shortly, and just a really inviting, colorful, friendly, safe environment.
Absolutely. Well, the Aquatic Center isn't just a great place to play, but it also has classes between that and Bush Lake Beach that people can participate in as well. Why don't you talk a bit about that?
Correct. We do have swimming lessons out at both facilities. They go through the month of July. They start July 9th and go through August 2nd. They're both, like you had mentioned, at the Aquatic Center and the beach, in the morning at the Aquatic Center and in the evenings at the beach.
Okay. And now that is that based on age or kind of ability, or how would
It's all
parents
on
place?
ability. We do have people to help you with placement. Just kind of mention where your child is at and we can help put them in the correct level.
Okay, perfect. Well, when summer is here, it feels like anyway, when can we expect the Aquatic Center to open, and how can people go about getting some season passes?
We open Saturday, June 9th at 11 a.m. People can start purchasing passes, well, of course at City Hall now, but starting Wednesday, June 6th at 4 p.m. until 7 p.m., we'll start selling them that time in the evenings until we open on Saturday. So they can kind of jump ahead before the rush on Saturday and come in the evening 4 to 7, Wednesday through Friday of that week.
Perfect. And I understand that opening weekend, there's a kind of a special treat at the Aquatic Center as well.
Yes, on Sunday, June 10th, opening weekend, we're going to have live music from 1 to 3. So we have a family-friendly band coming in so people can swim, dance, enjoy the music, whatever they want to do that weekend.
Let's, either of you can answer this. Why are programs like this so important for youth? These city run programs, what are the benefits?
I feel that it really helps kids interact, get out in the community, meet friends, have fun in a safe environment.
Absolutely.
And also stay active. Keeping active is very important.
It is. Well, how can people go about signing up for any of these activities, whether it's swimming lessons or, any of the things that we spoke about, Carrie? How can residents find out more and sign up?
Well, you can go to the website and visit the Parks and Recreation pages. You can find more information. All of our brochures are on there. We also have an online registration system that you can find in the same spot as well. Or you can simply call our phone number at 952-563-8877, and anyone would be able to assist them.
Perfect. Well, we'd like to thank Parks and Recreation Supervisors Carrie Hemp and Ann Mozak for being here today. For more information, you can go online and download the 2012 Summer Program Packet. That includes details on everything we talked about today and so much more. It's now time for a short break. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everyone. On Saturday, May 5th, Bloomington Civic Plaza was the site of the 8th annual City Tree Sale. Each year, the city plants more than 1,000 trees in parks and other public areas to ensure Bloomington's urban forest continues. And to encourage tree health and growth on private lands, Park Maintenance holds their annual tree sale. 250 trees of varying types were for sale, and every last one of them sold out. Residents buying the trees say the sale is a big help.
We lost probably about 5 trees over the last 6-7 years from wind and things, and so we have really no trees in our lawn right now. So yeah, this was real beneficial for us.
May 5th's tree sale coincided with another important city anniversary. This is the 25th year Bloomington has been named a Tree City USA.
It's like Sterling Morton said eons ago, the world needs more trees. It's as simple as that. With our Dutch elm disease and now with the emerald ash borer, our populations, the urban population of trees is becoming more and more threatened. This is just one way to provide more shade.
Other event highlights included Mayor Winstead reciting a proclamation marking May 5th, 2012 as the 140th Arbor Day celebration. Informational booths were also on site at the event. There was even arborists on hand to teach residents how to make sure their newly purchased trees flourish.
As you're digging down, just keep setting the tree into the hole. And so if it's up a little bit higher, then until that root gets down to flush with the soil surface. When it's at that level, you don't need to dig anymore. Just take the soil you dug out, put it right back into the hole, water it in really nicely. Bring in about 3 inches of wood chips. You want to put them about 1.5 inches away from the trunk, and you want them about 2 feet wide.
And even though the weather wasn't great that day, lots of residents turned out to pick up their pre-ordered trees, get some information on Arbor Day, and take in some helpful facts about tree maintenance. The Bloomington Crime Prevention Association needs your used books, DVDs, CDs, and games. Why do they want those things? It's for the 20th annual used book fundraiser put on by the BCPA. Right now, the sale is in its collection period. Residents will have until May 17th to drop off their items for donations at various locations around the city. Drop-off sites include Bloomington Civic Plaza, Creekside Community Center, either of the 2 high school activity centers, and any of the Richfield Bloomington credit unions. There are plenty of other sites as well that can be found on the city's website. After donations are collected, they're priced and displayed at the sales site on the southeast corner of Lyndale and 98th Street. From June 2nd through the 16th, residents are invited to shop weekdays 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. and Saturday and Sunday from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. Last year, the Bookham event raised more than $119,000. The BCPA hopes to top that at this year's sale. This is a free event except on June 1st when there'll be a preview sale from 5 to 9 p.m. That sale is $5 per person. Proceeds from the Bookham sale help fund crime prevention and awareness programs, as well as the Bloomington Police Explorers and the Bloomington Police Department. It's a great cause and a great way to make room on your bookshelves or inside your entertainment centers for new books, DVDs, and more. And that's all the time we have for today. To get more information on city projects, parks, road construction, and events, visit the city's website. To check out past Bloomington Today shows or other city productions, visit Bloomington's YouTube channel, accessible right from the city's homepage. That and so much more is online right now at www.ci.bloomington.mn.us. If Facebook or Twitter isn't your thing, sign up for eSubscribe to have updates sent right to your email or cell phone. This is Bloomington Today, a presentation of the City of Bloomington's Communications Division. I'm Kaylin Cockreal. Thanks so much for joining us.